you know you're high, it's all on you, cause you the show star. Let's get up, look around, everybody see what's going down. Fellas on the side, if you're on the wall.
What's up, fight fans? It's the Mighty Mean Joe Frazier. You are now tuned in to Fist Physics. Today's topic, Saul Canelo Alvarez taking on Gennady Golovkin at 160 pounds for the middleweight championship of the world. This fight will decide who is the replacement for Floyd Mayweather as the face of boxing. Now, as you probably already know, Saul Canelo Alvarez, after a lopsided win against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., announced that he will be taking on Gennady Golovkin September 16th, 2017. Now, this is a fight that the fans have been looking forward to and actually calling for about 2 years or so. And it looks like we're finally going to get to see this matchup. And it was starting to get a little shaky there, with Gennady talking about moving to 168 and Canelo fighting at another weird Canelo weight against Chavez at 164.5. I'm really not sure what that was about, if it was just for Chavez or, I'm not really even sure why they came up with that weight. It's finally here, though, and we're all anticipating this matchup. A lot of people are putting their predictions in early. I'm going to hold off on mine. As far as we know of right now, there has not been a chosen venue. I've heard everything from Dodger Stadium to Madison Square Garden to Dallas Cowboy Stadium to the MGM Grand. So this has really kind of been floated around, and I guess we're going to have to wait a couple more weeks before they decide on which venue these two champions are going to meet at. There is no catch weight in place. There is no rehydration clause in place. This is a straight up middleweight fight between two gentlemen coming in at 160. There is a slight height advantage going to Gennady. I believe Gennady's maybe about an inch and a half taller. The arm reach is about just the same. Gennady's about 35 years of age. Saul Canelo Alvarez is about 26 years of age. And this is going to be one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight. Honestly, just talking right now, I think somebody gets stopped in this fight, man. It's just too much power from Gennady. Too many tools, too much skills on the Canelo side. Somebody gets hurt during this fight, man. But it's going to be one to watch, and it's one of the few pay-per-views this year that is valuable enough that I don't feel any type of way about paying for. Now, the Chavez fight that they just had, I did not watch that fight live on pay-per-view. I actually watched the fight. Somebody was streaming it live on Facebook, and I was able to watch the fight there. But nothing that happened that day was unexpected to me. I just knowing these two combatants, and we're kind of moving backwards here to Chavez Canelo. Chavez followed his career since he basically came here to the States, Canelo as well. And I really picked Canelo early to win this fight. And the main reason was, in my opinion, Chavez was going to be too focused on making weight and not focused enough to work on his actual boxing tool set. Okay, so, I've been hearing a lot of people throwing around the fact, Chavez took a dive. Chavez didn't take a dive. Chavez was in there and he was outskilled, and it limited him on what he could do without possibly getting hurt. Say what you want to say about Chavez, but being that his dad was a fighter, his brothers are fighters, he's a fighter, no matter on what level you want to say that the family's on, the kid knew enough to stay where he was and not take any risk, not take any chances on getting seriously hurt out there or possibly being knocked out in front of his dad, in front of his family, in front of all the Mexican fans. So I'm very, very happy about that. But the reason that I actually brought up this fight in my Gennady Canelo video was the fact that that fight didn't present enough value for me to pay my hard-earned money, my hard-earned dollars to watch. But this Gennady Golovkin, Saul Canelo Alvarez, and I haven't heard anything about an undercard yet. Got to do some more research. They haven't posted anything yet. A lot of things are still up in the air. But the main event, the main attraction has enough value that I would actually come out my pocket and pay for it. As the promotional companies battle it out, what I've been noticing all year is you have a lot of high competitive fights on free TV. Subscription TV is kind of keeping pace with that, but the pay-per-view events of the last couple of months have been really weak, and I really didn't find it necessary to spend my money to buy it. So this actually might be the only fight, in my opinion, that is worth the $50 or $60 or whatever they're asking for the fight, even without announcing an undercard or telling me what venue it's at. This fight is so just good on paper, and it's something that we've all been looking forward to, and we're actually going to get to see it within a timely fashion, unlike some other fights of the last few years, which it might have took 15 years to make. This fight only took 2.5 years. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to keep the fans up to date on everything that's going on in the two camps. Not sure about Gennady, but I know Saul, as soon as he left the stadium that night, the man went right back and was working out at the gym. He was sparring the next day. I mean, wow. Canelo is really going to be ready for this one. All right, fight fans, stay tuned. The Mighty Mean Joe Frazier will be coming at you. One.